Welcome back to another edition of Midday Maysville. I'm Lauren Wyatt.
And I'm Brett Thompson. This is our last Midday Maysville before break, and we are super excited to have a nice, relaxing holiday.
I'm excited to catch up on my sleep, but I don't know how excited I am about going outside. It's going to be freezing.
Well, for the most of our break, the temperature will be in the 30s to 40s, with a projected 47 degrees and raining on Christmas.
That's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it's still pretty cold.
I'm sure you'll be freezing at your swim meet tomorrow.
Well, the meets are inside, so it's usually not too bad. It's just the water that's cold.
You should bundle up either way. Now let's talk to some of our other swimmers and see what they have to say about the swimming team. We have with us Sierra Chambers, Molly Thompson, Lily Adornello, and Lauren Wyatt to discuss Maysville's swim team. Most don't even know we have a swim team.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that we have a swim team because we don't have a pool here, but we've actually had a swim team for quite a while.
Now, is swimming a sport anyone can join?
Yeah, swimming is a sport anyone can join. If you're interested and want to get involved, you just need to show up for the practices and just try your hardest at the meets.
Now, who all is on your swim team?
Okay, so all four of us are on the swim team, and we're all sophomores. And we also have Rachel Hamp, and she's a junior. We have our captain, Kylie Bell, and she goes out to Zane State. And we have a freshman, Madison Schneider.
Where do you practice, and what type of things do you practice?
We practice at the Muskingum Rec Center, which is on the Zane State campus. And we kind of practice every stroke. We do warm-ups, kicks, the strokes and everything. And we practice with Maysville and Philo and Rosecrans.
All right. How do swim meets work, and what type of events will I see?
At a swim meet, we compete against local teams, and we also compete against teams from out of the district. There are 21 events. There are individual events and relay events that you can do with your other teammates.
Are there any expenses involved?
There's expenses for the equipment you use at practice. However, there's equipment at the rec center that you can borrow for practices. The main equipment you need is swimming suits for practice, goggles, and a swim cap. And then for meets, girls wear a one-piece swim suit. And then for guys, they wear team compression shorts.
Oh, good. So we don't have to wear a Speedo.
No.
All right. Are there any special events or meets coming up?
Well, tomorrow we have a meet at the Kenyon College, and it's a small school invitational. So any school that has a team of less than 20 people can come. And this isn't the last opportunity for anyone to join. So if anyone wants to join the swim team, just contact one of us, and we can get you set up with going to practices. And we also, our whole team for Maysville is just girls, but also we have, with Philo and Rosecrans, we have a few boys, but we'd really like to have some guys join our team too.
Thank you guys for coming and talking with us. Come support the team this Saturday at the Kenyon Aquatic Center at 10:30. I'm surprised our swim team isn't bigger. It sounds like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun and hard work, and I can recommend to anyone to try it out. It helps that we have a really good coach that pushes us to do our best.
Well, speaking of coaches, I sat down with Mr. Mitz to talk about the boys' basketball team and their goals for this season. Today we have the men's varsity basketball coach, Greg Mitz, with us. Tell me about your team this year.
Well, Brett, you know how it is. I mean, we have a chance to be good. We have some questions we have to answer, just like any other team would at this time of season. But we have really good kids. We have good size, good strength. We have good leadership with our older kids, and like I said, we have a chance to be a pretty good team if we can round into form and answer some of the questions we have in front of us.
All right. Who are your captains?
We don't necessarily elect captains. We have a 10-player varsity roster, and leadership will come from within that group. We have three seniors, Austin Alice, Michael Sode, and Evan Brown. And, we count on them for leadership, but there are leaders outside of that group too. Carson Jarrett's our point guard. You always want your point guard to be a leader. Connor Sidwell, Brandon Allman, and other guys. I'm leaving some guys out, but we expect leadership and captain-like traits from a lot of those guys.
What are some of your strengths this year?
Experience. We bring back a pretty veteran group. Strength. We spend a lot of time in the weight room trying to add muscle. Mental toughness. Feel like we're pretty good mentally. Those are all things I would count on as strengths. Athleticism. Also, yes.
What are some of the points you are really working to improve on?
Well, consistent effort, day in and day out. That's something that coaches worry about all the time. We want to put a consistent daily effort in, whether it be in practice, in the ball game, whatever the key may be. We don't want to be high and low. We want to be consistent on a day in, day out basis. That's been a real point of emphasis for us.
All right. Who are some of the strong teams in the league this year?
Well, John Glenn's coming off a state championship. So until somebody beats them, they're the kings of the league. Tri Valley has a great player. They should be really solid. Morgan, Sheridan, all have strong teams. And then, I'd like to think that we'll be in that mix too.
Do you have any special games coming up?
We do. On the road at Morgan on the 20th. That'll be a big game. Back in here over break, a couple days after Christmas, against Riverview on December 27th. And then also over break, we'll go to Licking Valley. That's a boys-girls doubleheader, so that should be a fun night. That's on December 30th. So, yeah, lots of games coming up. Love to see you guys out. Appreciate any support we can get.
All right, well, thanks for coming.
Good to be with you.
The boys basketball team has a game at Cambridge tomorrow, and the girls team has theirs at West Muskingum. Support your friends and classmates by going out and seeing them play.
The girls team is on a streak of 5-0 and are projected to have a successful season. Let's see what some of our varsity players have to say about the team.
Today we have girls varsity basketball players Kendall Kirkbride and Hannah Nichols with us. Tell me about your team this year.
Well, we've kind of had a slow start, but we're getting in the gym and improving every day. So we're looking to have a better record as we go on throughout the season. We have 5 returning upperclassmen and a lot of underclassmen that we're working to mesh together. And so that's what we've mainly been working on to do.
So, who are your captains?
The 3 seniors, us 2 and Kaylee Farmer.
So, you guys won the NVL last year, but this year I hear your numbers are down.
Yeah, we won last year, but this year we only have about 12 people we're playing, and so we're just like in a rough spot trying to fit who plays it well together when it's all new people.
So what would you say some of your strengths are this year?
Our strengths are we really came together as a team. There's a lot of underclassmen that we're trying to work up. They're learning the defense, the offense, and all that.
So what are some of the points you're really working to improve on?
We're working to improve on our defense is a weak point right now. But that's only because we're playing a lot of the younger freshmen, and they haven't learned it yet. So we're all about teaching them and improving them.
So if we come out to a game, what will we see? Is it a fast break type of game or a slowed down setup type of defense?
It's like a fast type game. We get the ball out and run a lot. If we don't get it out, then we just set up an offense and run that.
Okay. So who are some of the stronger teams in the league this year?
Sheridan's a strong team. Morgan, Tri-Valley, New Lex could be. I think that's really about all. All the NBL teams are really good this year.
Should be pretty even.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any special games coming up?
We have a game on Saturday at 1 o'clock at West. That should be a pretty good game.
Well, thank you guys for coming, and everyone come out and support their game on Saturday and throughout the season. Many of our winter sports have had successes this season, with our boys basketball team winning their game against Philo last Friday and our bowling team winning last night by about 300 pins.
If you don't have a winter sport, consider joining Ski Club. Time is running out to sign up. We have Mr. King to speak with us about Ski Club.
What's up, Maysville? Mr. King here from Maysville Ski and Snowboarding Club that's been in existence since 1976. The Maysville Ski and Snowboarding Club travels 5 times to snow trails in Mansfield on a charter bus for 5 consecutive Mondays beginning Monday, January 9th. You get to choose whether you ski or snowboard. Try a half pipe, a terrain park, sip hot chocolate by the fire, just chill on your backside at the top of Mount Mansfield, people watching and enjoying a winter wonder landscape. This club is open to middle schoolers and high school students. Please see myself, Mr. Wall, or Mrs. Harper as soon as possible for details. This is an opportunity to try something new or to return to the slopes again this winter. No excuses. Sign up now.
All of these sound like good exercise and a lot of fun. Although, if you're more interested in being involved with your schoolwork in your community, consider joining National Honor Society.
It's a great organization that displays hard work in school that supports you. Let's talk with some of our newly inducted members of National Honor Society. Today we are here with Emily Dietz and Kirsten Carter to talk about National Honor Society. What is National Honor Society?
National Honor Society is a national service organization that's really recognized across the world, and it's really just the members are academically qualified students who are respected leaders in their schools and communities.
Now, when did it all start?
We believe the first chapter of National Honor Society here at Maysville was around the 1950s, and we have a lot of Maysville alumni that have actually been in the National Honor Society, so that's really interesting.
What are some of the qualifications?
Well, you do have to have a 3.5 GPA. In the spring, actually, there's a mailing sent out to every student with every sophomore, junior, or senior with a 3.5 GPA, and it's a fact sheet that you just fill out, and you fill it out with your service organizations and any positions you've held in clubs, so you get to know your leadership, and then you turn it back in to the advisor, Ms. Zucki, and a team of faculty, they just go over your fact sheet and invite you to join.
All right. Who's the faculty advisor?
Like she said, Barb Zerke is the faculty advisor. She's the one that sends out the letters for people to fill out and stuff. So.
All right. Yeah. When is the induction?
The induction ceremony is actually held it's in the spring. I think last year was in May, so every year.
What are the advantages of being a member of National Honor Society?
Well, National Honor Society is nationally recognized, and it looks really good on resumes and college applications and stuff. And also at the induction ceremony, we get cake.
What do the members do?
Well, as a group, we have to have our own, as our Maysville chapter does service projects, like we planted flowers and then we rang the bell for the Salvation Army, but then each member is expected to do service on their own time. So in addition to your service hours with the club, you do your own.
Okay. How many members are there?
There isn't a set number of members. It's just whoever, whoever the advisors think that would be a good fit. So.
All right. What is the acceptance date?
In the spring. I think the fact sheets are normally sent out around April, and then you'll hear back in a couple of weeks if you are invited.
All right. What do you do? What kind of service work?
Well, the most recent example of service work we did was ringing the bell outside of Respecs, and in the spring we plant flowers around the school and stuff like that.
All right. Are the meetings regular?
No, it's whenever, we have meetings to elect officers, and then whenever the advisor, Ms. Zerke, feels like we need to have a meeting, she'll just get it on the announcements and send out an email so you know.
Well, thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of Midday Maysville. If anyone has a story or idea for our future episodes, please talk to one of us or Mr. Dreier.
We hope you all have a great winter break and a happy holiday.